Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrea. If you're looking for a yoga practice to build strength while at the same time working on your mobility, you are in the right place. In today's class, we'll go through a series of warrior poses mixed with mobility exercise, all connected by your breath. And we'll start right away. All you need for the practice is your mat. You can start in Virasana, meaning sitting on your heels. If this is not comfortable for you, you can always sit cross-legged or in whatever other pose you'd like. You can take a chance here to close your eyes for just a second before starting to get centered, to find our alignment between the crown of your head till your shoulders and your sacrum. Make sure it's a straight line between them. And then bring your attention to an intention for today's class. What's a purpose or what's a person or a cause you want to dedicate your yoga practice towards? And then keep breathing through your nose at your regular breathing rhythm. And you can take a long inhale through the nose and then perhaps a loud exhale through the mouth. And then one more round. Let go of your thoughts and let's pay attention to our practice, to the flow of the breath, expanding our lungs and then directing our energy, our prana, our breath all across the body from the crown of the head till your feet. Very good. So open your eyes, slowly open your eyes. And then let's start into Balasana, meaning happy baby. You can touch your big toes, sit on your heels, and then come forward with your hands. Take soft inhales and exhale through the nose while your lower back relaxes here, stretches. And then we'll start to ease up our body by inhaling, coming forward, look forward and bring your pubis towards the mat as far as you can go, but don't stretch it too far here. Then exhale, come back into Balasana, child's pose, and then again inhale, come forward, and exhale back. And make it a bit dynamic here. So come in, and then exhale, then in, and then exhale. And then back to child's pose. Then again, inhale, come forward. And then this time we make round movements with our entire back towards the right in a clockwise direction. So we're actually rotating with our entire body backwards, then forward. And you can actually do whatever your body is telling you to do. If you want to flex your elbows here into one, if you want to add also rotation of your head. Take the chance here to really stretch your body and bring your attention all around your circumference. And then switch to the other side, so towards the left in an anti-clockwise direction against the spin of the planet. Couple of more of these. And then back to center and come into hands and knees. Good. So from hands and knees, Don't tuck your toes and simply with your inhale, rise a couple of inches your knees from the ground. Look forward. Breathe here. And then bring them back. Good. Come back and then once again, elevate your knees. And then bring them back, tuck your toes, and slowly, at your own pace, come into your first downward facing dog of the day. You can pedal your dog here, extending one leg, then the other. Push the ground away with your hands, and then elevate your hips as much as you can. Bend or micro bend your knees, that's really up to you. And we really want to feel the pull and the pull in both directions, the push of the hands actually, and the pull behind you, so that you are in an integrated organic triangle shape with your sitting bones rising towards the sky. Good. Then inhale, look forward and come into plank. And exhale back into downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Now from here, you elevate the right leg towards the sky. Exhale. Bring the right foot in between your hands. Look forward. You're in a lunge. Good. From here, left hand on the floor and open up your right arm towards the sky. Inhale and exhale here. And then back, the right hand on the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the left foot towards the sky. Exhale, left foot in between your hands. You're in a lunge. Look forward. And then from here, bring the right hand on the mat and open up towards the left with your right hand and your right arm towards the sky. Twist here. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Now take little steps with your feet towards your hands until you reach the top of your mat. So here you can simply forward fold. Let your head drop. Then inhale, look forward halfway. Exhale, step back into plank. And then chaturanga. And inhale, open up into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot in between your hands. Exhale, left foot in between your hands, forward fold. Inhale, and then come up with releasing each vertebra at a time, slowly unrolling your spine, and then coming up with both arms towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Hands on the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right foot behind you, left foot behind, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. And again, one step at a time, both feet towards your hands. Forward fold. You can stay here for a couple of breaths. You can interlace both hands to the opposite elbows. Release your head. Unlock your knees. And make sure that your quads find contact with your abdomen. And then again, as we did earlier, one vertebra at a time, unroll your spine to get back to standing. Inhale, bring both arms towards the sky, look up, and exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Again, inhale, both arms towards the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway, look forward. Exhale, plank, and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pedal again your dog here. One leg, then the other. And then on your inhale, step your right foot in between your hands, find a lunge. Then rotate from the ball of your left foot. So from here, bring your left heels to the ground, rotating 45 degrees angle, and inhale, come to warrior one. So your right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. You're looking forward towards the short part of the mat. Your back foot is actually pressing to the floor. You can make sure that the outside part of the foot is actually pressing the ground. Look forward and breathe here. Both arms are straight towards the sky. And your left hip really wants to look in front of you in this warrior one pose. Always make sure that the right knee is a 90-degree angle. Good. One more breath. And then bring both hands in front of you in prayer mode. Move forward. Bring your hands back to the floor. And then bring your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Step the left foot in between your hands. Drop the right heel. And then elevate yourself to find warrior one. Again, on this other side. And you can check your body if you're feeling any difference. On the side, usually we all have a preferred side. And make sure you're analyzing your pose while you're breathing on it. Through long inhales and long exhale, make sure that your left knee is 90-degree angle, that your right heel and right foot are solid and planted on the ground, that both hands are rising towards the sky, and your right hip really wants to come forward. And then exhale back with both hands towards the floor. And we find downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, come to downward dog. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So again, with your next inhale, bring your right foot in between your hands. Fantastic. Rise up, warrior one, and then open up for warrior two. Fantastic. So warrior two, we actually have both arms pulling from left and right, from 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And then let's remember that your right knee is actually bent at a 90 degrees angle. Your head is directed towards your right hand. Inhale, bring the left hand on your left thigh and open the right arm towards the sky in this peaceful warrior. And then exhale, bring your right knee on top. And exhale, bring your right elbow on top of the right knee and open up your left arm towards the sky. And exhale, bring in both hands towards the mat and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, this time bring your left foot in between your hands, come into warrior one, and then open into warrior two. So you can make sure that the distance between your feet is correct. And in order to do so, just check the 90-degree angle of your left knee. If it's not achievable, it means that you actually have to widen a bit your stance here, and always make sure that both arms are really pulling in opposite direction. And sometimes we all see in classes that arms go down and drop. So what we want always to do actively is really trying to achieve, a higher range for both arms towards the sky, with the palms open towards the sky. And then here, inhale as we did on the other side, warrior, peaceful warrior. And exhale, left elbow onto the left knee and open up with your right arm towards the sky. Exhale, coming back into our favorite downward facing dog of the day. You can pedal a bit your dog, and again, we can take a vinyasa, coming to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Beautiful. And again here, find a bit your breath, your regular rhythm. Make a long inhale through the nose and a long exhale through the nose. And just let's twist a bit here. So bring your left hand outside of the right foot, grabbing your right ankle, and look behind and look below your right armpit. Switch sides. And then back to downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So inhale, rise up, the right leg towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee and look below your right armpit. So really try to bring your right foot as close as possible to your left glute. This is how we are opening our right hip. And then slowly bring it back and come up into plank by bringing the right knee touching with your right elbow. Then bring all the way back the right leg, and then inhale, step the right foot in between your hands. So from here, open both hands and both arms to your side in this lunge, okay? And really try to exhale and extend the right leg with your forehead moving as close as possible to your knee. And inhale, bend the right knee and look forward. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend the right knee. And again, exhale. Inhale, move at your own rhythm. It can be even a bit more dynamic here if you wish. It's really up to you. What I suggest is that the right armpit sits on top of the right knee, and this helps you building a container of your pose, of your posture, and it helps you understand if you still have a connection between your right thigh and your torso and your abdomen. Then inhale, look forward, bring both hands to the floor, come back into downward facing dog. This time inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky, bend the left knee, look below your left armpit. Then come back slowly, and while you inhale, come to plank and bring your left knee towards your left elbow. Again, backwards, three-leg dog with your left leg towards the sky. And inhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Walk with both hands in front of you until your left armpit sits on top of your left knee. And then from here, as we did earlier, exhale, fold and extend the left leg. Inhale, bend the left knee, look forward, come forward, and exhale again, fold. Inhale, and exhale at your own rhythm. And then come back forward, come back into plank, and come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, Vinyasa, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now, bring both knees to the floor just for a second. And just, to move a bit more spherically, since all of those sun salutation / warrior poses are a lot of back and forward, let's start to rotate a bit in a clockwise position our hips, just for us to remember that our body is three-dimensional and we have a forward and back, but we also have left and right. There is an above and a below, and a plethora of nuances between those polarities. And in the middle of them, there's a center, switch sides, so anti-clockwise direction now. And we are the mediator. We are the ones that go out and step into the world between polarities and then have the power to come back to mediate our center. This is why we say we come back to our center. And this is why also we integrate three-dimensional moves into our yoga flow. Just remember ourselves that there are so many other possibilities other than back and forward. Beautiful. Then from here, step. Then from here, tuck your toes, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, Vinyasa. Inhale, forward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Then you can step or jump with both feet towards your hands. And here, forward fold. Inhale, one vertebra at a time. Unlock your spine till you find Tadasana. Inhale, bring both hands and arms up towards the sky, and exhale, Tadasana. Good. So from here, come into the middle of your mat and bring your weight into your left foot. Fantastic. So you can elevate 2 or 3 inches from the ground the right foot, and this is already a good balance exercise, which helps us alineate our hips and our body according to this new environment, which is basically dropping our entire weight into one single foot. And once we're comfortable with it, we can bring both hands in prayer mode in front of us if we wish, or if you prefer, you can grab opposite elbows with opposite ends on top of your head, and slowly you can bring your right leg behind you with your foot flexed and come forward into Warrior 3. I invite you to look at the steady point in front of you to find a better balance here. You can also micro bend your left knee to help you in the balance. And then inhale, come forward slowly, all the way up. Bring the right knee up towards your chest, and then release the right foot on the ground. Beautiful. So now we'll repeat on the other side. So let's make sure, first of all, that we shift our weight into your right foot, elevate the left foot from the ground, and find the balance here. Really try to perceive how your body reacts differently on this side, right? So it can be harder or easier for you to balance on one side versus the other, and that tells you a lot about your posture, about your habits, about how you handle the world, because we all know that the left side, it's really different from the right side, and we know that different sides of our brains are connected to different sides of our bodies. So you can actually get very useful insights from this simple exercise. And once you're comfortable with your feet standing, as we did earlier, you can place both hands into prayer mode, micro bend the right knee, come forward, find a steady point in front of you. Warrior 3. Inhale, come forward slowly. Bring your left knee up towards your chest. And then release. Good. So now I invite you to open up towards the long side of the mat with both feet pointing forward. Inhale here. Bring both hands towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Bring both hands on the ground with your elbows bent, and release your head. Release your back. Make sure that your fold starts from your hips. And just stay here. Couple of breaths. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, bring your right hand in front of you and open up towards the left with your left arm towards the sky. And then switch sides, bring the left hand where the right one was and open up your right arm towards the sky. Good. And now let's make it a bit more dynamic. Let's bring the right hand on top of the left foot and open up towards the left, and vice versa. Left hand, right foot. And of course, you can put a breath on it. In, X. In, X. And feel all of your circumference Your body is a sphere, and by opening, you really feel your twist, which allows you to move from your center up to the very bottom and upper part of your body, allowing the breath to move through your joints, your muscles, your waters. And 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. And now slowly, one vertebra at a time, come up, micro bending your knees, and find a steady pose. Now what I can ask you to do is really open a bit the stance of your feet and make sure that they're pointing towards 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and then squat down a little bit with both, with both knees. So you don't really want to go up to 90-degree angle. I mean, you can actually do it if you achieve it, but otherwise you can just stay where your body allows you today. You can close your eyes and you can practice a bit your balance. I know this is tough and hard for your legs, but it is really useful. And then we can add a movement with our hands. So we can bring both arms to the sides, okay? And you can actually extend your legs and bring both hands touching in front of you, and then fold. And put a breath on it. Perhaps your body will shake here. It's totally fine. It means your nervous system is readjusting to a new situation, to a new scope. Different muscles are interacting in a way they didn't before, creating chemistry all over your body. And 3, 2, 1. Back to center, back on top of your mat. And from here again, inhale, bring both arms towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Both hands on the mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring now both knees to the floor and come back, as in the beginning of the practice, into child pose. Take a chance here to take a long inhale through the nose and a loud exhale through the mouth. Long inhale through the nose again and a loud exhale through the mouth. Now inhale slowly, come up. Beautiful. And now what I ask you to do is to come into your knees with your body upward straight, okay? And you can tuck your toes here, and inhaling, we will try to come into Strasana, into camel pose. And of course, you can actually do variations of camel pose if it's more comfortable for you. So the main one will be we bring both hands onto our glutes, and we inhale, we expand our chest, bring both elbows one towards each other, and we look upwards. Or, if your body allows it, you can also try inhaling to bring both hands towards your heels. And you can stay here with your head tucked, or you can release your head. That's really up to you. It's really up to what feels good in your body and what is not hurting. And really try to place a breath here. And then release, exhaling. And we'll repeat it one more time. So the kind of variation you prefer, the one with your hands on your glutes is simpler one. You can control it. You can really decide how much you want to extend, or the one with your hands on your heel. It's a bit more challenging. It's really up to you guys. Bring your pubis forward and your chest up. Open it, creating an extension for your upper body. And then back. Good. So release your toes, sit back into Virasana. And from here you can actually sit with both glutes on the ground. Fantastic. So what I'd love to do now is really seated cross legs. I'll move front camera. And from here, really try to make sure that your back is straight. You can close your eyes here. Try to align your shoulders to your hips and make sure that your head is in between your shoulders. And then from here, start doing some small circles towards the right, taking as a point of reference your center. So really try to pay attention to your center, and from the center, really perceive how the body shifts towards each single direction in the circumference that you're creating. Do you perceive any difference from one side to the other? You can then extend a bit those circles, exploring new areas and new possibilities for your body, while also stretching after camel pose. And then switch to the other side, small circles at the beginning. We're spinning in an anti-clockwise direction. And then make it bigger, circles. Good, and then come back to center. And from center, simply bow forward, fold forward, bringing both hands in front of you. And this is totally fine if you want to stay here. Otherwise, if your body allows it, you can walk with your hands in front of you. And even you can reach the ground with both forearms to the ground, looking forward, making sure that your back is straight, so there is actually a fold starting from your hips and you're not rounding the spine. And simply breathe here. You can keep your eyes closed as I'm doing, or you can keep a soft gaze. Now inhale, switch the cross of your legs, and as we did earlier, come forward with your hands or onto your forearms. I didn't say it earlier, but if it's not accessible even with the hands on the floor, you can try to put blocks or cushions or blankets below your knees, or you can even elevate the posture by bringing a blanket below your glutes. All the props are great in order to practice a pose in which, we still have to work on and to allow the body to get used to props. as if they were part of our same body. So with time and practice, then you can start removing some of the props, and then eventually you can get there. Inhale, come forward, bring both hands onto your knees, rise your chest, make sure that your head is straight. And here you can start breathing at your own regular breathing rhythm. And feel free, of course, to take a 10-minute Shavasana or to do a pranayama, a Samavriti pranayama, for example, after this class. If you wish, I have other classes where you have several pranayamas and in which I guide Shavasana. So feel free to jump on one of those. Otherwise, we'll end our class here. So bring both arms, both hands in front of you in prayer mode, with your eyes still closed. Then bow your head towards the ground and bring both palms of your hands covering your eyes. Then bring your head forward. Softly open your eyes and then slowly remove your hands from your eyes. Thank you guys. Thank yourself for practicing, for showing up on the mat. This is really important for me. I hope it is really important for you. If you think those classes will be appreciated by someone you know, don't hesitate. Feel free to share the channel or the practice with whoever you think would appreciate them. Thanks again for being here. Namaste. Ciao.